insane. That blows my mind.
Yeah, like he was literally going to school, the week before, going to class and doing what normal college kids do. Goes to the Frozen Four, almost wins a championship, wins the Hobie Baker, signs a contract with the team, and then starts playing with that team, scores your first goal in the NHL in an NHL playoff game. That is unreal. That is the dream.
That's a pretty awesome story. I'm sure there's a lot of collegiate hockey players that are pretty envious right now.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's, super stoked for him, and I'm also proud for Arizona State. Arizona State, if people didn't know, they actually made their first Frozen Four appearance after becoming eligible for the NCAA Division I. Originally, they were club hockey in the ACHA, and they finally got their opportunity, and they've been really moving up a lot lately. And so I just want to give a shout out to the Arizona State men's hockey team and everybody that's putting their time and effort into that, because when you have the motivation and you work hard, just like this guy Cale Maker, things can happen.
Definitely. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
I know. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and then we got one more series for you guys, and it is my favorite series by far. The San Jose Sharks and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. These two hate each other. They're hunting for blood. Adam, have you been able to watch any of the games?
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
Been watching some highlights. I think I was watching the Padres game the other day at a sports bar. I saw that the game was on, but wasn't necessarily paying attention too much.
Hey, I saw you got seats there too. You got some front row seats in left field.
Yeah, we were row 2 left field, right behind Will Myers. So that was a fun time. Too bad the Padres got their ass kicked. So.
Hey, they're in first, aren't they?
No, right now they're in second, right behind the Dodgers. They just got passed today, so we're half a game back.
All right. Well, as long as you keep up with them, I think you guys will be fine.
Oh yeah, Padres are building, so we'll save
we're
that.
Building.
We'll save that for another podcast. We can talk about how good the Padres are doing and how terrible the Red Sox are doing.
You had to do that. You wanted to do that. That felt good, didn't it?
Not really. So tell me about this Kane versus Revez fight.
Oh, Kane versus Revez. So as we know, Evander Kane, he was a long time Winnipeg Jet. He came over to the San Jose Sharks, I want to say this year or last year, and he put his mark in. He's a really great player, really talented. He can use his fists for punching you in the face or for scoring goals, and he's not afraid to show it. He's definitely one of those guys that wears his heart on his sleeve, so he puts in all the passion on there. And then with Reeves is just a monster. He's one of the very few. I don't want to call him a goon because he's not a goon, but if you're looking for a tough hockey player, that's the man for you. And he's willing to stand up for his teammates and his team, and he can throw some fists. So seeing that was just the picture of how intense this series is between the Sharks and the Knights. These two hate each other. They're throwing bows left and right. They don't care. They just want to beat the living crap out of the other person, and it's just been a brutal series. If you also didn't know, Joe Thornton got suspended one game because I think he threw a shoulder into somebody's head, and that's just not allowed. I don't care who you are. As much as I love Joe Thornton, that's not allowed in the game. And so that's how this game has been going on. I think Evander Kane actually got kicked out of 2 games. I know he definitely got that 5-minute penalty when he fought Reeves, and man, that was a fight. If you didn't see that, you guys got to look that up because that was intense.
The glory of YouTube. Looking up hockey fights.
They have the best hockey fights, I tell you what. YouTube, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my Twitter, but like, if you want to see some good old school hockey fights, YouTube is definitely the way to go.
I'm gonna agree with you.
I guess other things to talk about in that series is I was kind of worried about the Golden Knights because they traded a lot of their good players after their first season. Them making it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals last year, representing the Western Conference. I mean, they had a really good team, and they lost some of their star players, I thought, but they picked up some star players as well. Um, if anyone didn't know, they picked up Max Pacioretty from the Montreal Canadiens, and he's been on that team for quite a long time, and he was the heart and soul of that team. So I wasn't sure how he was going to do. First, he was kind of slow, but he picked it up now, especially now in the playoffs, especially when they need him to step up. And then, of course, they picked up longtime Ottawa Senator Mark Stone. I'm not a huge fan of him, but you know what? I'm sure the Las Vegas Golden Knights totally are, because he's also stepping up as well. He got a hat trick. He got his first career playoff hat trick last game, and I think he really wants to prove himself and just show that this team is serious, and Vegas really wants to go back and get that Stanley Cup.
I know you're rooting for the Sharks. You want to see the one guy get his cup finally.
Joe Thornton, yes, the one that got
suspended. Joe Thornton.
I want him. I mean, he's been in the show for quite some time, and I think there's really not many other people I think that deserve their name on that Stanley Cup, because especially for people that's been working on it for so long and has been in the show for such a long period of time. They can win every personal award they want, but we all know that at the end of the day, they just won a Stanley Cup, and if there's anybody that deserves it more, it's just Joe Thornton. He's just a great guy. He's overall a great player. I don't know what the heck that hit was. Maybe he was a little frustrated. If nobody knows, Vegas is up in the series 3-1, so one more win, they can get out of it. And it's going to be really upsetting for him, because I don't know how many years he has left, and he's talking about retirement. Hopefully he doesn't, but I guess time will tell.
That's all we can do is just wait and see.
Just give him a ring. Just give him a ring. That's all I want.
All right, Nick. So that kind of rounds out our playoff recap. Now, I got a little bit of sports betting going on here with Jockstrap Sports. We do a lot of UFC betting. Want to kind of try you out and see what you can do. Do you want to do some NHL playoff betting?
Yeah. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what teams. What would you like to know? Who do you think should I bet on, series or game wins or what?
That one. I mean, up to you. Let's see. Let's go to just NHL playoffs. Let's look at it here. So we're betting to win right now. I'm not going to play the spread. But there's 3 games tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's do a quick parlay. Put a little bit of money on it. You got the Washington Capitals versus Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes are the favorite, minus 125. Who are you taking?
So, like I said, it was the first game in 10 years that the Carolina Hurricanes hosted a playoff game. But also the Washington Capitals are your Stanley Cup champions, and they made business. And I want to say that 9 times out of 10, anytime a team gets blown out like they did last game, they usually come back and win that game. So I think there's a huge wake-up call for Washington. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on Washington.
I like it. Coming in at the underdog, plus 105.
Woo.
Next game up, St. Louis Blues versus the Winnipeg Jets.
The Toronto Blues.
Toronto.
Well, let's see. So the series is tied 2-2. What is it? Is it in Winnipeg? It's in Winnipeg, isn't it?
It doesn't tell me. I believe so. I believe its top is away.
Jets, Jets. Well, like I said, I'm going to destroy his name again. Tarasenko. There you go. I said it right. Tarasenko, he's one of their best players, and then they picked up O'Reilly from the Buffalo Sabres, who's been a leader for that team for a really long time, and he's bringing his talents to St. Louis. Like I said, it's a back and forth game, and it all depends on their goalies and who's going to do good. But then you never know if Patrick Laine is going to go on a shooting spree. You never know because he can shoot the puck from anywhere you want him to go. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go Winnipeg. Winnipeg by 1.
You know, Winnipeg is the favorite at -125. It's not a whole lot to win. Bet $1 win 75 cents. It's not terrible. But, yeah, we'll take it. Last but not least, the games tomorrow. You got the Vegas Golden Knights, San Jose Sharks.
All right.
Vegas Golden Knights are bringing you even money. San Jose Sharks are -120.
So, like I said, it's been a tough series until San Jose gets mature and be able to hold their aggression, and instead of throwing punches, they throw pucks at the net. I see Vegas winning this thing. Vegas has been dominant for the last couple of games, and they've been not only showing it on the score sheet, but they've been showing it with their fists. But the thing is, they also do it with goals. So I'm going to have to go ahead and go with Vegas in Game 5.
Vegas in Game 5. I like it. Now what I'm going to do, Nick, since these are the only 3 games on tomorrow, I'm going to put $1 on each game.
All right.
I'll put $1 parlay. Oh, let's go $2 parlay.
Yeah, we'll make it 3. Parlay. I'm confident. I'm going to go $3.
Well, Nick, this is my money now. So if you're that confident, let's risk 5.
Okay, 5.
Okay, we're risking 5. So total stake, we're risking $8. Possible winnings, $34.75.
Done.
Let's make some money.
Let's make some money, honey. And if not, then I'll take you to a nice Southern California breakfast burrito dinner.
Perfect. Now, guys, check us out on our next episode. We're gonna try to do kind of a mid-series recap as well as like a round by round. And you know, during that round by round, when we're talking about round 2, we'll do a little bit of betting on the series as a whole, who we think's going to take it. Be a little more fun, a little more interesting. Might be a little bit more money to be won. There we go.
Oh, definitely. I want you to win some money. I want to make our fans make some money. And then, if I screw you over, then, I'll take you out to dinner. I'll take you to Roberto's or something.
Hey, I figured, with my Bovada account, I started with $50. I've got probably $60 out there in bets, and I still have $69 in my account. So I'm up. I'm not too bummed about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I totally would have lied if they told them like I had $50, got maybe like 6,000. So I think I'm doing pretty good and positive. That's what I would have said.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that good at betting.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just really upset just because of last week's or because of this week's series is because I was up last week, and I was even telling you on this podcast. I was like, Tampa Bay's a wagon. Everything's gonna be great. They're gonna go to the Eastern Conference Finals. What a joke, Jesus! I'm just upset.
Hey, it happens. Like we've said time and time again, playoff hockey is a whole different game.
You're not wrong, sir. You are not wrong, and I will not stop watching this playoff hockey. It is so good. Trust me, if anybody can tomorrow, please watch the Vegas San Jose. It is unreal.
7 p.m. Pacific.
Only on tune in for a bit. Or NBCSN, whatever you want to call it. You'll find it.
Oh, yeah. It'll be on somewhere.
Somewhere, some bar, someplace.